Hi, I think I'm live now. Yay. Okay. So, this is my first time going live on YouTube. So, that's exciting. And I don't really go live often, but I thought it would be fun to kind of craft and go live and do some craft projects that I have had just waiting to be made. So I pulled out all of my things that I've had, and I don't know if you can even see it on the camera. I tilt it. You see, I have a whole stash of things here. So I'm going to show you what I have, and we're just going to get started going crafty. And if you see it now or you see it later, we're just going to go and we're going to make some crafts. So the first thing that I'm going to do is something really easy. If you guys ever shop at the Dollar Tree, which is something, if you're new to my channel, I love to do Dollar Tree crafts. Basically because everything in the Dollar Tree store is $1. And so something like a wooden sign, it's a good like blank to kind of make over. And then I like to buy other items from craft stores like Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, and kind of make the item new or something that I would put on display in my house. So I'm going to start off with an easy one. I've got my glue gun warming up, so that's good because the first one is this Dollar Tree sign. I'm just going to basically make it a little bit better. I'm not really going to mess with this. I like the wood background that this has, and I'm not a big fan of glitter for fall. Like, to me, orange glitter, any glitter is kind of either like a Christmas thing or like purple glitter is a Halloween thing to me. So I'm not really big on glitter any other time and in the home decor. Now, I'm not saying I don't like glitter at all, but I do. But I just feel like glitter for fall is not really a fall thing. But I'm not going to mess with the glitter on this one. Normally, I have some other things that I'm going to show. They have glitter on them. I'm not a fan of the glitter for that. Or like this, like what's up with the glitter for that? Still not quite a fan. But for this sign, it's minimal. It's not too bad. So I'm just going to leave it as is. And it's mainly because I like this wood distressed background. And I like the flowers that are going on with this right here. So we're going to leave this sign as is. And I'm actually going to hang this, I think, on my pantry door. I have a command strip hook there, and I'm going to just add a bow here and hang it because it's a flat kind of sign, just to kind of give a little bit of fall color and a fall, fun to my pantry door. So I have some ribbons here, and this is an old orange bow that I've made. I have some burlap check or buffalo check and buffalo burlap ribbon, and so I'm just going to cut some of these ribbons and make a little bow, and I'm just going to add it to this sign. That's the easiest thing that I'm going to do for crafting. So this is a Dollar Tree, Crafter Square. This is a Dollar Tree ribbon that I picked up when they first released their fall things. This ribbon, some people make and use these with wreaths. I'm not a big wreath maker myself, but because this ribbon does kind of match my sign here, I'm going to use it. Normally, I would not use this ribbon, but I did pick it up just in case I had a idea to use it for, and so I do now. So I'm going to cut some of the ribbon here off, and we're going to use that. So basically what I've done here is I've got this buffalo check ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and this ribbon is kind of cozy on one side, like fuzzy, and on the other side it's more like woven fabric. So I'm probably going to just use the fabric side up to create this ribbon. And what I like to do is fold my ribbon in half And then I fold it in half this way, like skinny ways. And then I'm going to cut the corner ends here. And what that does is it gives it that edge. See that? That's what I just did. Okay. So I'm going to do it again with this ribbon, and then I'm going to do it again with the burlap ribbon. So I just fold it up and cut the corners. Oh, I did it. See that? Okay, don't do it like that. I did it backwards. I do that a lot. I know. I should be a pro. But you got to cut it this way. So then, but that's okay. And then I have this little strip of burlap here. And I'm going to fold this up again, and I'm going to cut it to make my little corner ends. So now I have my 3 pieces of ribbon, right there. And I'm just going to layer them on top of each other. So just kind of like so. They're not even perfectly lined up. And I'm going to take some twine. I laid some twine out here, right here. Just some twine. This is also from the Dollar Tree. You get 3 in a pack. And it's great because it will last you a while, and you can use it for a bunch of different things. So I'm just tying my ribbons up and together here. Just my little swatches of ribbons. Trying not to make it too crazy wet bad here, but I'm just cinching it together kind of. And so it's kind of like this. See how it's got, like it's just flaring out? That's all you want to do. Just to kind of give it a little bit of extra something. And I'm just tying it again and like double, triple knotting it so that it just stays in place. And then once you have that, you can either leave the little strings, or I'm just going to cut them off because in this bow, it doesn't really matter. Like if they show or not, but I don't really want them to show. So, okay, so I have my 3 little blotches of ribbon here, and I'm just kind of like fanning them out like differently. You can kind of see how I have it now. Isn't that cute? And then I have this old like little ribbon bow that I made, but it was too small for the project at the time. So I'm just going to secure that to the middle here to kind of make this bow have a little bit of extra. So I'm going to do that with my hot glue. I just found that when I was pulling out all of the things to go live here. Look how cute that is. That's super cute. Okay. So I'm just going to pull that one down and this one kind of up. Look at that. Oh, I burnt my finger. Look at that. Look how cute. That's super cute. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more glue just to kind of lay this little orange bow down a little more. And then I was thinking of just adding it to my sign here that says thankful, grateful, and truly blessed, because that's how I feel today, actually. To be home to be. Look how cute that is now. This sign is super cute by itself, but it needs a little bit more fun to it. So, like, you could totally do it in the corner. That might be too much. On the corner, I kind of like the middle. And Buffalo Check it's been out popular for a while now, but it's still kind of my favorite to decorate with my home. I thought maybe, you know what, I have some of these leaves. Let me show you. Look, from the Dollar Tree, $1, and you get 50 maple leaves in here. So let me just dump some of these out. I'm going to put a couple of these off and around behind the bow here. What do you think? I think that would be super cute, just to kind of give it a little bit of more, maybe we do like that, and maybe a green one. All right, so let me just put a little glue on these and attach these here. right here. Okay, and now, let's see, should I add it to the back of my bow, or should I just put it onto the sign and then put the bow on top? That's what I love about crafting. You can just do whatever you think. I'm gonna attach it to the back of the bow. I think that would be best. Just kind of shooting up out of the top here and out of the bottom, this little green and red one. Like that. Super cute. Okay, let's take a look here. All right, so there is my like ribbon scrap bow. And I'm just going, I know I took like 10 minutes to make this, but 10 minutes, that's it. And you have like a whole new cute custom little sign, guys. It's totally easy to be a crafter. You can say, oh, I'm not crafty at all. And look, 10 minutes and some scrap ribbon, Dollar Tree leaves. You got a whole crafty thing going on. All right, so I'm just securing this down with some glue, hot glue, to my new sign that I got. I'm going to cut the leaf off a little bit here just because it kind of bleeds into the word, just to kind of trim it. There we go. Look at that. Look how cute. That's so much better. It's a big improvement. And now, you know, I'm actually going to hang that. Before it was kind of bland, right? But it was super cute all on its own. It just needed a little bit more. So that's the first project I'm crafting today. So there we go. I'm going to lay it back here. You think? Or should I put it over here? Just to kind of have something going on in the background. Something other than my junk. Look at that. Yay! Super fun and super cute. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Oh, it's going to make me log into that. We don't want to do that. We do, but it might take forever. It's probably going to say, no, you can't do that. Oh, yeah, I know why. I know, I'm live, and it's like, what are you doing? Okay, let's see what it's saying. Oh, you want to do that. Let's do it here. Okay, I'm just putting it on Facebook, so I'm sorry for the delay because I know most of my people are there too. Making pumpkins. Yay. Oh, I just moved it. Okay, here we go. Yay. Okay. So now that's going. Yay. Okay. So let's see. All right. Okay. Back to making pumpkins. Okay. So if you're going to be just joining us, I am making pumpkins. And I have all of my Dollar Tree goodie things here. I have paints. I have laid out scrapbook paper. I have some chalk paint. I have things left over from springtime. I have a lot of things. So the next thing that I'm going to do, or the next pumpkins project that I'm going to make, is this super cute pumpkin with this super cute pumpkin and this Dollar Tree thing. So all three of these came from the Dollar Tree, and I like them the way they are, but I don't love them. So I just thought it would be kind of fun to revamp them a little bit and give them some new life. So I thought for this project, I would actually paint these. I know some of you are not big on painting, so I'm gonna do a 3 pumpkin project with paint, and we're gonna embellish it, and then I'm gonna do scrapbook paper pumpkins because I know some of you would rather just glue as opposed to paint. And so I'm going to do like 2 different versions in this live and show you how you can do something very similar. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to start with the big pumpkin first, this huge one right here. And I am going to, I'm going to pull it out. The screen leave. I don't know if it's going to let me. Oh, there it goes. Yep, they just stick right out. Look, there's a little metal stick on the end of them. Keep that if you want to embellish it or use it for later. It's a little galvanized leaf. Super cute. Sometimes they're painted really good and sometimes they're like kind of scratched up a bit. But, or you could use like the silver side, which is really pretty. Either way, it's up to you. Okay. So this also has these little burlap string holder things on it. I'm going to take them off for now. I don't think I plan to hang this pumpkin. I'm going to display it in my home on a stand, and I'm going to actually use the stand of the other pumpkin that's there. So I'm just taking the tag off, but I'm keeping the burlap string. And then I think I'm going to paint this pumpkin like a white rustic barnwood look. And then maybe we'll do a combination of like paint and scrapbook paper. I don't know. What do you think? We could totally do that. I have this old piece here. How cute would this look with it painted and like a sign across the top of it? That could be really cute. Okay, so I have 4 colors here. I have other ones, but I pulled out just, I'm dropping everything. 4 Waverly chalk paints here. I thought about doing like a green and a beige. Let's start with white and then we'll go from there. For this pumpkin, I'm going to kind of like lay it. I have a plate here. I'm going to lay it on just so I don't mess up my table. And I have a paintbrush of paint here. And I'm just going to paint this entire pumpkin. Now this is, look, I'm painting it. This is super cute the way it is, and it's like a chalkboardy background, which is also very cute, very farmhouse. Even the graphic that's on this pumpkin is very cute the way it is, but it's just not my favorite. Like, I'd rather do something else. And I just recently did one of these same kind of designs, but it was an apple shape. I did an apple shape with this Dollar Tree thing, and it came out really cute. I used it as a teacher gift. Actually, when this is done going live, I can post that down below. But this is a pumpkin, and I'm just painting it white. See how far I've gotten. Using a paper plate to lift it up. And it's really fast to kind of make these over. I'm going to hold on to the stem here. See? So I don't really get my fingers messed up. I'm probably not going to leave the stem the way it is, but it's a good little holding on point to actually keep this messy free, or not as messy. I should say it like that. Okay. So painting away my pumpkin here. It is done for the most part. It's going, because I did white and I painted it on a black background, I'm going to need probably another coat of paint. So I will come back to it in just a minute. While we do that and let that dry, I'm going to move on to the second pumpkin, which was this pumpkin. It has this little label on the back. So these little pumpkins, you can totally use the back or the front. Because this has glitter and it does shake off, I'm going to actually, first of all, I'm going to remove it out of this little stand if I can. I don't know if I can. It looks like it's just hot glued in there. Let me see if I can do it without breaking it. I don't know if I can. Okay, hold on. It might. It's coming. Okay, there it went. Yay! Look how easy that was. Oh, that was super easy. So I just removed it from the stand. And I actually saw another YouTuber do a DIY with this, which was super cute, by the way. I can't remember who it was. Who was it? I don't know. But she removed the pumpkin burlap covering. You see how much glitter is on that? Look at that when I put it in the light. It's like all over the pumpkin. Anyway, she removed this burlap top sheet and placed it on a different sign or a different frame. And it came out super cute. So I'm going to remove it too. I might do her DIY. And if I refine that DIY, I will totally go back and post it in the comments below on this. So look, I'm just tearing this burlap glittery thing off. Look, it's just the front. And you can see they pre-painted the pumpkin. Oh, look at that. It's coming off. It's coming off. All right, so, oh, and there's this little cardboard cutout pumpkin. This is super cute, by the way. The green is kind of like the look I'd go for, but the bright orange and glitter, not so much. Okay, so you can see I'm pulling it off here. This is going to be a messy one because it's got, oh, and I got to make sure I don't get glitter in my paint. Okay, so I'm pulling it off, and it's a little hard to do right there. Not too hard though. I mean, you don't need a ton of might, but this is kind of a cute design, so I might do that DIY. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it over here to the side for now with my other trashy things because probably not. Okay, so once you remove that, it is coated in glitter, and I did bring, which I have more cookie plates. I did bring some sandpaper in here just to kind of be prepared for that situation. So let me just wipe this extra glitter off because we don't need it on our table. So I got paint on my shirt. Do you see that? I got paint on my shirt. Okay, right here. Just like that. All right. So there's some glitter on here. I brought a sand block in here to kind of, I knew this was going to happen. Dollar Tree. They're famous for the glitter. Okay. So I'm just sanding it off. Because I'm not a fan of the glitter, guys. I'm really not. Not on this. And actually it sands really good. I'm just going to put these little chipboard signs that Dollar Tree puts out. They put them out for every season. And they're super cute. Okay, so this is so much better. It's a little bit dusty, but that's going to help with painting. It's kind of going to give it a little something to grab onto. And I'm just going to sweep my desk in here. I should have brought some paper towels. And I should have brought, look, this, I hope this comes out chalk paint. I'm not so sure if it will. All right, so I'm going to go back to the white pumpkin I painted right here. And let's do that right now. I'm going to give it another coat because it was a little bit still see-through-y because the background was black. So if I give it another coat, I'm getting quiet, I know, sorry. If I give it another coat, it's going to help it not show through, which is what we kind of want. And then I'm going to go back and distress it, but I'm not going to distress it with sanding. I'm going to distress it with paint. And I can kind of show you what I mean with that in just a minute here, because this kind of needs to dry a little bit before I go back with the paint color that I want to do. And I kind of just want to distress the ends of it and kind of give it like a rustic, almost as if the wood, like paint has kind of started to chip and age off on the edges of the pumpkin, not the entire pumpkin itself. Then I might do buffalo check with it. I don't know. I need to think about it. I saw something really cute with some buffalo check and like a cluster of 3 pumpkins, so I thought that might be kind of fun to kind of recreate a little bit, do my own spin on it. All right, so that, what do we think? That's looking better. I like that. That's looking better. And now we have this orange pumpkin, and I kind of wish I had orange chalk paint, but I do not, and I just realized I don't. But we could do a green pumpkin with it. So what I'm thinking of is taking the stand that this pumpkin came with and putting it kind of off to the side with this pumpkin being the main focus. So like back into the stand so it can actually stand like on your mantle or your coffee bar, your coffee table, wherever you put like your TV, like off to the side, you could put like this grouping of pumpkins. So this one would have to sit in the middle being the biggest, heaviest pumpkin. I was gonna glue it back into the stand and then kind of have this one going off to the side with maybe a smaller pumpkin over here. This is what I love about crafting for fun without having like a complete total plan, because you can kind of make it up as you go. And I love it. I have these pumpkins here and I have my scissors. So I'm gonna just cut a pumpkin off from there. And I think I'm going to use, I'm taking out the staples off the back. I think I'm going to use this as my 3rd pumpkin. So I have my 3 size pumpkins here. So like maybe I need to do a green pumpkin with the white and then a watered down colored orange pumpkin. I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I just put my hand in the paint, so I'm gonna chop cover paint that. Let's do that. I'm gonna distress that one. I'm gonna get out my green color next, and I'm going to paint this pumpkin green. Ooh, the one I just sanded. If you're watching. Okay, so I have the green color. This color, if you want to repeat it, is celery color. So I'm kind of going for this look here. And all I'm gonna, and I'm using the same brush. I could have grabbed another brush, but I'm not. So, okay, I'm just gonna stir it a little bit because it looks needs a little bit of that going on. And I am just going to paint this pumpkin green celery color. And when I pulled that burlap off this pumpkin, it kind of left a little bit of texture to the chipboard, which I kind of like with it because it kind of helps. So see how I'm just painting here this pumpkin down green. Oh, you guys, this is going to be super cute. I love this celery green color. It's a great farmhouse color that's not black and white and looks great with anything in your home that you like. You do the black and white and gray decor. This celery color looks great with it. And you can use it in more than just one season, this color. You can do spring. You can even use it a little bit in the summer or the fall or into fall. And I bet we'll find a use for it in winter. Okay, so I'm just giving this a basic one coat over, and it covered up very well. So there's my green pumpkin. I just held onto it by the stem. I'm gonna set that to dry over here. And I'm going to move on to this little pumpkin. And I'm just like putting the rest of my paint into the jar right there. Okay. So I have this little pumpkin. Of course, it's got the word football on it, and it's glittery. So I don't like the glitter. Not a fan of the glitter. I'm just going to sand it off. Oh, I got my thing over there. Just sand off that glitter. Look at that. So much better. It doesn't come off completely, but I can smooth it down, and it helps a lot, okay? All right, so there we go. So much better. All right, so I don't have any orange chalk paint, but what I do have over here in my craft cabinet is some orange acrylic paint. So let me grab that really quick. I'm gonna get the orange craft paint. Should have gotten it out earlier. I didn't. Okay, so I've got two here. I've got two. This one is called Big Orange by Bella Acrylic Paints. You want to know what I'm using? And this one is called, I don't even think I've opened this one. We'll probably do this one. This one is called, it's a plaid paint, so it's folk art. It's an acrylic pearly paint, and it is called Mandarin. So, this one's brand new. It's probably been in my cabinet for a couple of years too. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, so I'm gonna open this one and we're gonna do this one and paint the pumpkin orange. Oh, that is a pretty look. See that color? Kind of looks neon in the camera, but we're gonna paint it orange. And since I don't really have a brush that works, I'm just gonna pour a little bit out and use this bigger brush that I have, which I probably don't want to use. So I can do my other. Okay, so let me just kind of brush this on. And I'm going to cover up that word football. And the pumpkin was already orange to begin with, so I'm just kind of trying to blend into the orange that's already there, but cover up my football word. You can still kind of see the word, see? And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to, sometimes acrylic paint doesn't cover like you think it will, and you need to put like a chalk paint on it first instead of doing like 5 coats of acrylic paint. It's actually better to do 1 coat of chalk paint in white or whatever color you have, and then actually go back with your acrylic paint to make it only end up being 2 coats of paint. So I just used that brush that had the green on it. I know, right? It's like, whatever. And I'm going to get that green off of there and distress down this pumpkin. This looks kind of cool actually with the green in it. So I'm just using it to cover up because it has the chalk paint in it, and because chalk paint is thicker, it will cover that word football for me real nice. All right, so I've done that. Now I'm going to pour out, kind of just let that dry a little bit. Let's see how my green one is looking over here while this dries for a minute. The green one right here, look at that. That green turned out really good. It's still drying, and the white is still kind of drying as well. So this pumpkin, I want to get a little bit of drying on it. I want to get a little bit more orange on this pumpkin, and then we're going to let these 3 pumpkins dry so that I can go into the pumpkin set that is with using scrapbook paper, because some of you don't like to do paint at all. So I'm going to let the paint dry while we make that project. I think it'll be a lot easier to show. So let me just dry this off. And myself. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. Fanning it out. Fanning it out. Okay, so it's getting dry. We're going to dump a little bit more orange. I might actually, let me shake it up a bit. I saw some oil in there. Fun times with acrylic paint. All right, let's try it now. Much better. Okay, so I'm going to pour out some of this pearly orange, just a dab. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, can never control it. And I'm going to definitely invest in an orange color chalk paint. Oh yeah, so look, see, I'm painting this now. This is going to be our nice orange pumpkin. And it's not a bright orange, which I like about it. That's super good for this project anyway. All right, super good. Look, so it's kind of like a dull orange. I like it like that though because it's gonna pair really good with the green. See that? And then the white pumpkin behind it. And I probably should have pre-painted these, but I wanted to show you how I took apart different Dollar Tree things. Okay, so I'm moving back to the white pumpkin I was just painting earlier. The white pumpkin is here. And I'm going to kind of just more of that wood rustic look. And I'm going to use a combination probably of the chalk paint color hazelnut. And then I have a little bit of this gray, which is in mineral that I'm going to kind of jet in. And I'm just going to distress on the sides so that it just kind of gives it a little bit more dimension into the pumpkin. So I'm going to start with the hazelnut. And you kind of, I'm stirring it up. You kind of want to almost dry brush with this. And I do have some, these foam things right here. So I'm taking my paint and I'm just painting with a little tinier brush. I'm painting it onto the foam brush. And the reason that is because I want to control how much paint there is actually going on it. So what I'm going to do now is using that little swab of paint, I'm going to just go off the ends right here like this. See? I'm doing that just to kind of give it like that wood distress look. And then I'm going to use the side that doesn't have paint and dry it, like smush it off almost. And I'm just going to do it all around, flipping my brush over again and again on this side, all around the edge here, just to kind of, almost as if I'm going like down off the edge to this, give it that distressed look. And I might need a little bit more paint for this. And then I'll show you what I got with it. And you know what? I'm going to just use the skinny brush to just kind of draw in some lines real quickly. So it kind of looks like this. And it's now more like that rustic-y, you know, like as if a sign has been painted and then over time the weather has caused it to just distress on the end. I don't know how else you would say it. But that's what I got. So this is going to be the main backdrop pumpkin. So I wanted to have a little bit more dimension. And then we're going to pair it with these other two colored pumpkins, kind of like down in front with it. And I will probably add some ribbon, flowers, and bows here. And if it dries before I turn off going live, then I will show you with like the hot glue gun how I plan to do that. And it'll be super cute to display, like, I don't know, in your TV cabinet or somewhere around your house. But that's the painted pumpkins for the most part. That's what I'm going to create. Oh, you know what I forgot to do with the paint was that mineral, that black, that gray, not black, gray mineral color. Let me do that really quick because now that I'm looking at the pumpkin laying down, it needs a little bit extra different color in there. So I'm just pulling out a little bit of the mineral color back to the white pumpkin. And I'm just adding that color in it just a little bit. Just here and there. So it's not just all hazelnut throughout. I think that's a unique name too. That's with a pumpkin-y theme here, DIY. And I'm just using this brush to kind of smear, distress it out so it doesn't look so much like paintbrush strokes, but more of distressing. You can even use your finger if the, okay, so it's getting pretty much dry. So that's a little bit better, more distress. And if you want to, since I'm talking about distressing the pumpkins, you can actually distress a little bit these pumpkins, these little ones, by putting a few little brush strokes on them. You could use a little bit of white in there with it. You get a little bit of white. And I'll show you what I mean. See? Just like that. Super cute. Remember, we'll need like a little ribbon. And then on the green one, remember that little tiny pumpkin I showed you from the beginning? This one? So we'll try to make this one kind of like that. This one looks to be like it's a picture of a big pumpkin. And this one is still wet. So I may have to come back. Let's see if I can get it to run in there a little bit without messing up. And kind of with the texture from this pumpkin, it already has a little bit of dimension, which is kind of nice. I'm going to do a little bit of white in it so it stands up or stands out into the paint. And that section's a little wet still. So I'm just going to run it down. The good thing is about being wet is it kind of allows the colors to blend together, which is also nice. Ta-da. All right, so what do we think? Is that cute? This one needs help right here. We'll kind of make it all blend right there. Better? All right. So, letting these pumpkins dry, we're going to move on to the scrapbook paper pumpkin set that you can do instead of these. I'm going to go ahead and put these paints away because we don't need them anymore. And I'm going to move on to the pumpkin set that is just using scrapbook paper. So a lot of the scrapbook paper that I use, I get from Hobby Lobby. I love Hobby Lobby's scrapbook paper. They have a great selection there of farmhouse prints, and that's the kind of theme that I decorate within my home. So I love to use the farmhouse scrapbook papers. You can also find them at Joann's craft store. You can find scrapbook paper also at Michael's, which is kind of nice. They have some really cool farmhouse design scrapbook paper, but so far my favorite place to find them has been Hobby Lobby. So I'm just putting that out there. So for this one, I wanted to do, instead of doing like the oranges and the greens, I was going to do more of like the farmhouse vibe with like the black and the white for pumpkins. And I thought it would be super cute to, I have all these like leaves and things, to do kind of like the same thing where we do two pumpkins together. I have a different pumpkin from the Dollar Tree as opposed to the apple one. It's a little bit more squattier down in size, but I thought it would be cute to put this pumpkin with this into the stand and then maybe do a smaller pumpkin. The only thing is I don't have a super small pumpkin, and this size pumpkin might be too big. I don't know. Maybe not. What do you think? I'm not sure. I will have to see about that. Okay, so I have some scrapbook paper here. I did pull out an orange buffalo check paper. Let me grab one other sheet of paper. I have one more I want to show you. Okay. So I have scrapbook paper here, and we're going to just hot glue and make paper pumpkins on chipboard Dollar Tree signs. So we could go with like the entire, I don't know why I have this piece. We could go with the entire black and white buffalo farmhouse check theme, which I'm really digging this. Or instead of this one, I could do an orange with it. And I don't really like that as much. I do kind of like the two buffalo checks together. That's really cute. But that also looks kind of Halloween-y. So you can have it out through Halloween if you want. I don't know. I'm really digging this 3 together. I think that's kind of like a rustic glam set or combo. So I think we're going to do these 3 and we're going to make 3 pumpkins to display as opposed to painted pumpkin projects. So this one, maybe we will do one of these. I'm going to cut off another one of these. So this sign is really great if you find it at the Dollar Tree because it has all of these pumpkins on it. You get 3 pumpkins for $1. If you want to use the footballs, you can. If you have like a football project or if your family is really big into playing football, that's a really great thing to do. So before we get started, because I am going to glue this down, I do want to sand it a little bit just to get the word friends off with the glitter because it is kind of raised. It's not a lot. It's not super bad. But if we don't sand it, it kind of will make a ripple in your paper. So I'm just going to sand off that glitter. Dollar Tree, if you're watching this video ever, make options that aren't glitter. Like save the glitter for Christmas. And even then, we don't need it. We don't always need the glitter, okay? Okay, all right. I'm acting like they're watching and there's probably nobody watching it from the Dollar Tree. All right, so here we go. That is pretty smooth. Sanded it off. It doesn't matter what it looks like because remember, we're not painting these. There's no paint involved in this project. Okay, so now I'm using this pumpkin. I did a cute little project with these pumpkins last year. I'll try to link them below too once I get done with this. So again, with the string, I'm just going to pull it out and remove it. We are not hanging these pumpkins, but I like the way they make it so easy to remove. I'm going to pull out that green leaf. We might reuse the metal leaf. We might not. I'm going to remove the twine there. And look, I just ripped it when we did that, and that's fine because we're covering it. Okay, so what I need to do is figure out what pumpkin is going to be what design. And I'm thinking the little one is going to be my buffalo check, or maybe the bigger, the medium-sized one, because this paper is just a scrap that I have left. And then I have the big one I think we're going to do in this wood grain. So you can choose to do your wood grain this way or that way when it's like this shiplap kind of paper. I don't know. I think we're going to go horizontal. I think that's my favorite way so far. And then we'll do a little up and down stripe action so if we do up and down stripes, you really got to plan this when you have patterns. Up and down stripes with horizontal and then buffalo check. I think that's the way to go. If I rotate that stripes, we could do it this way. That's also cute too. But I definitely think we need to be a little different for each one. So we're going to go with this set. All right, so this pumpkin is ready. I've sanded down my orange one. Now I've got to get my medium one ready, which has the stand that we're going to reuse for this project. So I'm going to just do that same thing again. I'm going to rip off that raffia, whatever you call that bow. And there's like a little hot glue on there. Ooh. And then I'm going to, that one came out easier, but it was kind of scary actually. There's also this cute little wooden thing here. Now look, these are super cute. I could see making little signs, which I might do that. Little signs, repurposing these pumpkins with some of these pumpkins right here from the Dollar Tree as well. That would be cute, like the one that's not glittered with this pumpkin. And then maybe like, I don't know, sunflower somewhere. Super cute. Dollar Tree, if you're listening, these little wood cutouts are super cute. not glittered. And I would really love to see a little wood truck, like a little red truck or a little wooden truck. That would be adorable. Dollar Tree, do it, please. I could make so many things with that. Okay. All right, moving on. That was my little whatever. I'm gonna peel off this right here. Peeling it like I did the first time. This is kind of cute. It just says, "Welcome, friends." I don't know that I want to do words on my pumpkin. It's like, look, comes off in a whole sheet. And that's what we're left with. And I'm not even really going to bother sanding this one. Well, maybe a little bit. Kind of help get that glitter off. Because there's not a lot of glitter on this one. So this is my medium pumpkin, my middle pumpkin, or my small pumpkin, my big pumpkin. So these, maybe we should do them like that, like in a row. 1, 2, 3. Or I could decorate them like this. What do we think? Which way do y'all like it? Oh, nobody's here to tell me right now. 1, 2, 3. Huh. I kind of like this. This is really cute. Okay. If you can't find this sign, I do want to say this. If you can't find this sign, you could pick up one of these little, it's not a napkin holder. Because you can't put a napkin all the way in. So I don't know how that's a napkin holder, but I think that's what it says it is. It just says decor. One side is like has cutouts and the other side is smooth. I bought this to easily take apart like that. You could easily use this pumpkin on the side here. And the reason I'm taking this apart is look, this little wood right here is going to be great to either take this pumpkin and push it out more from the other pumpkins, like pushing it out by taking this whole thing apart. So save these little wood pieces because you never know when you might need them. Okay, so this pumpkin is very close in shape to this pumpkin. Look how close it is. The stem goes like that way, or they go almost the same. Almost the exact same size pumpkin. I think I'm going to use this one instead of this one just because it has the flat edge, and I think it's going to be easier when it comes to putting these pumpkins together. Okay, so we're going to cover this pumpkin first. I am going to cover, doesn't matter what side, but I am going to just cut out and trace my scrapbook paper. Make sure, though, when you're tracing it with how you want your stripes to go. And I need a pen. I have a pencil up here. Okay, right there. I've got a pencil now. All right, so I'm just doing it like this. Let's see. So I'm just tracing this pumpkin. Look at that. And this paper, like I said, is from Hobby Lobby. It's normally 69 cents. It's put out by the Paper Studio. And I think when I bought this, it was like 4 for $1. So it was 25 cents for this entire sheet. You can't beat that. So just using my scissors, I'm going to cut out this pumpkin. And I'm just going to do that. And come back and cut that little corner. I don't really have any tip for you on how to do this faster, but since we're live, it's going to be a long video. All right, and the last one is like this. Ta-da. All right. So that's this pumpkin right here. Oh, look how cute. Okay, we're going to glue that on. I'm just using my hot glue. You can totally, and I need a glue stick. You can totally do Mod Podge, regular glue, whatever you want. I'm just going to put 3 little thin little lines and then put my paper on immediately. I say that and I'm not. Okay, put it on. because you don't want the bumpiness of the glue, and just spread it down with your fingers. You can even use some wood thing to kind of lay down. Look how adorable that is, this pumpkin for your strings. Okay, I'm gonna put a little glue behind this on the stem and push that down. Ooh, it's still hot even through the paper. Okay. Ta-da! Look at that. Super cute. All right, moving on. Pumpkin number 2, faster and a lot easier. And I think it might even be my most favorite one to make. I don't know. All right. Tracing it. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. My kids say that all the time. Trace it. Ta-da! Trace it on the back. Cut it out. I love good fun times to craft. This one is super cute, you guys. I think this is going to be my favorite DIY for fall. I don't know. If it's not, it's going to be very close. I think I just cut into my paper. So we'll see what that looks like. Another tip I saw on YouTube somewhere, another crafter, they actually did the same thing. They put some paper on pumpkins and then they sanded the edges to kind of help blend the paper into the chipboard. You can totally do that, but since I'm using hot glue, I don't think that I should, just because I feel like it might rip it off. If you do like a Mod Podge or regular glue, then totally do that method. So there's that. So I'm just going to glue it down. Get your paper on there super quick. Get it good. And then press down so that you don't have bumpy hot glue everywhere. I totally do not want that. Okay, I'm just looking at my ribbons and seeing what I want to put for this pumpkin spread. Okay, 2 down, guys. 2 down. Let me put a little more glue on this. 2 pumpkins down. Okay, I like the way it looks. We're going to move on. And I said I was going to do this paper sideways. This paper is from, I think this is actually a Joann's paper. This one's Recollection. So I think you can get that at Hobby Lobby or Joann's. I'm not sure. Or is it from, no, Michael's. So Recollections, it's called Whitewash Planks. And it is a favorite of mine. So I'm going to move it over to the edge and line it up just so it's a lot easier to cut without cutting out the entire thing. And always keep your scrapbook paper because you never know what project you might need if you're a crafter like me. All right, there's that. Cutting out my 3rd pumpkin, and this project is so close to being done and adorable. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I just cut too much. Eek. It's okay though, I can fix it. Don't ever fret. All right, now we're going to do that. All right, so I got all my scrapbook paper over there. And now I'm going to glue this pumpkin on its base. And this one I'm running it around. Oh, I'm running it around the edge. And I got the edge, so hotness right there. Do not burn yourself with the hot glue. it just hurts too bad. I've done it way too much in my life. All right. Pressing it on, smoothing it out. We have 3 beautiful farmhouse pumpkins now. And I could not be happier with the way they are turning out. Look at this. This is super cute, guys. These 3 pumpkins together. All right. So before I glue them into the stand, what I want to do really quickly is take some of my ribbons. I'm going to stick to the black and white colors. So I have pulled out those ribbons. I have burlap, buffalo check. I have that raffia pieces we could use on that too. And I have even some stripes here, which is super cute. And so what my goal is to get 1 or 2 little bow pieces on each one of these pumpkins. So I'm just going to cut a bunch of ribbon pieces that I have. And I have, I'm just going to place them together to show you how I'm mixing and matching all the different things. And I think I'm going to use this tiny little buffalo check piece with an old raffia bow from a prior pumpkin, and then secure it on to this pumpkin. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw in some of this miniature buffalo check that I also have. I know I got this miniature buffalo check from Joann's. So I go to all the craft stores. It's not just one for me. Just so you know. All right, so now on the buffalo check, I'm not going to use buffalo check ribbon. I think that would look kind of weird. So I'm going to go with a burlap ribbon. And I also have this burlap black polka dot ribbon, which I think would be really cute with it. And I could even use some of that skinny buffalo check back on the top, which I think that's what I'm going to do for that. And I'm not even really making bows with this. I'm just tying on little sprigs and twigs, if that makes any kind of sense. Now for this, I'm going to use the bigger buffalo. And this is left over from Christmas from last year. It's actually at the end of the spool that I had just sitting in my cabinet. And I just have been using it through all the seasons all year long, because I use buffalo check all year round. So you can totally do that too. Okay. And then I have this super cute, brand new. This is also from Joann's. It's a black and white stripe. This one is not wired, but I thought it would be cute in, I think I'm going to do it like that on that pumpkin, and maybe put the poke. Oh, yes, that's cute. Do I need the stripe too? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Guys, it is hard to choose sometimes. Okay. I'm going to just cut my ends to make those points like I showed earlier. And I'm just laying this out to kind of show you how I'm planning to make it. Look, I have this sign. Thought about putting, look at this. Okay, what do we think? This looks super cute. I'm going to have a bow at the top with maybe the word, and then 2 other, I don't know. I'll come back to that. But let's do the bows first. So to do my bows, I've just got little sprigs of ribbon again. And I'm just crisscrossing them. I'm grabbing that twine, cutting a little piece, and just tying it together. Nothing hard. Flipping it over and tying it together just to make it have pops of ribbon. Honestly, that's all it is. It ain't even a bow. It's just tying the ribbons together that cinch it up into a knot. And on these, I might just leave the jute twine, or the whatever you want to call it, sticking out from it. I think I might just leave it kind of hanging down. And then I'm going to use a little bit of glue in the center of it. And I said I was going to repurpose one of these. This is the cutest one I had. So I'm just going to purpose that into the center. And then I'm putting this on the little pumpkin. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back of it, on my pumpkin right there. And just remove that piece right there. Look how cute this pumpkin is now. Woo! Okay, so that's number one. The middle pumpkin, I'm going to get some more twine. And I'm just going to, I might do 2 of these for that. And to do my ribbons, I just put them together. I'm going to do 2 at a time on this one. Fold it up in half, fold it over on the ends, and then I just snip it to make those dark points. And this one I did it a little too thick because I did 2 at a time. But see, I just do it kind of at an angle. So it gives you that darted point. And this one, it's a little funky. So I might have to help it a little bit here and actually recut it. All right, so same thing with my burlap piece. I'm going to fold it up, do the corners, and leave it like that, and I'm going to lay it down. I've cut my twine. I'm going to crisscross this ribbon like that. So I'm just laying it like this, crisscross on top. And then I'm just putting 2 more of these little twigs on top as well. And then I'm just laying my twine over, flipping that over, and tying it up. Nothing hard on that, just tying that up. So now it has some fun to it. And I'm cutting that off and just making sure it's really tight. And then this is what I'm left with once I do that. Super cute and easy. And I'm going to tie these long ones over top like this just to kind of secure it all into place as well. And cut that tail because it's a little long. And when I cut the tails, I kind of cut them at an angle. So it kind of leaves it, I don't know. But look how cute that is. I'm going to dab the back of it with some glue. And I'm going to glue that on the buffalo check pumpkin. And I'm just going to put a little bit more glue with it. Just to kind of hold it down in place. Okay, look at that. I'm getting tired. Been going at it an hour. So that's super cute. You can kind of like squinch it down if you want the stem to kind of stick up more. That's up to you. And then I have it with this pumpkin. Look how cute. Okay, last one, and then I think I'm done. I will come back to my painted pumpkins and maybe show that in another live since we have been going over an hour. And I know y'all are not going to watch it all the way through. You're just not. I'm going to put, should I put a little bit of polka dots galore in it? No? All right. There we go. Maybe I'll come back live with Painted Pumpkins Part 2 because I'm tired and it looks like nobody's on there right now. So we will end it in a minute. Okay, so there's this one. I'm just going to pull it out, kind of show it off like this. And this one came out a little long, so I'm going to recut the polka dots on that one. Okay, so take a look at this bow. And we're going to cut those strings. And this is what I have left on this. This is super cute too. Guys, this turned out super cute. Okay. Ta-da! See how it's like polka dots and buffalo check, all the things. Okay, so now I have this going on. And I could put a sign on it. I'm not sure. I'm going to definitely finish it up and see. But I'm going to glue that on there, and then we'll be done with the pumpkins and the bows. And ta-da! Look at my 3 pumpkins. Now, all that's left to do is to figure out how I'm going to turn this into a display, or to figure out if I'm going to do it like 1, 2, 3 and either add this sign. I don't know. This might be too big now with these off to the side. I might need a bigger stand. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this live and figure out how I am going to display these pumpkins, and I'll definitely take a picture of it and I'll post it on Facebook or Instagram, both probably. And then maybe we'll do a part 2 live on the painted pumpkins that I started with earlier. So if you've watched this long, thank you. And I hope this inspires you or gets you kind of interested into crafting for fall and doing pumpkins. I'm in Florida, so we have right now, at the time I'm doing this video, we have a storm that's coming. So pray for me for that, because I don't want any damage to my house. Sometimes when the internet goes out, I craft. So I might be crafting up a storm, haha, no pun intended, this weekend as we wait for that information. Or for that storm. So I hope you guys have a great fall fun time crafting. And until next time, bye-bye.